There is a new free coding assistant from Google called Gemini Code, and it's available for Visual Studio Code and JetBrains IDEs. It's 100% free, and it promises to improve the code quality while supporting multiple programming languages. So, without further ado, let's check out this coding assistant and see what it can do, and find out if it's good enough to replace our current setup. So, let's get started.
In the beginning,
We need to install it. It's called Gemini Code Assist. Yes, this one. And we can install it, right? I trust this publisher. The good thing that it's compatible with Visual Studio Code, it means it's compatible with every single fork of Visual Studio Code like Cursor or Windsurf or even Try, which amazing thing. After it's done installing, I got this page, which is basically a welcoming page and tell you what you can do and can't do with this assist. It's powered by the Gemini 2 and it seems like it's supporting a lot of languages like Java, JavaScript, Python, C, C++, and Go, PHP, and SQL. So let's get started and test it in something real. I'm gonna continue using it with the project that I started with the 3.7 Sonnet and see what it can actually do. First, I need to sign in with Google. And then let's hit dismiss because I already agree. Let's try this first prompt. How do I use Gemini Code Assist? It generate code, provide guidance on what you're trying to do, use context from your local code base, okay? Answer. So it can answer question, create code, explain code, show code suggesting, which is good, and compilation. Find bugs and suggest fixes. Nothing new here from what we're used to. I'm gonna start by asking it to install the RTK for my project, and I'm not gonna explain what exactly for it RTK and see what it will do. Okay, no streamlining like writing text in front of me. I get the entire thing in one chunk, and it seems like it's aware that I need to install Redux.js toolkit and React Redux, and it gave me two options, one with npm and one with yarn, and I'm gonna hit run on terminal or I can copy. That's good. Let's hit terminal. Okay, so it can handle some, like it can run command in the terminal. That's good. I didn't expect it that can do that. And notice this, it gave me explanation of the packages, the toolkit, and the React Redux binding tool. And after installation, the basic setup, which is, I didn't expect this, and how to create slice. That's impressive. Okay. Provide the store to your application. Okay, I'm not using React, I'm using Next.js, but doesn't matter, using store data. Okay, that's a lot of information for one single simple prompt. That's a very good start. And I can give it, rate this answer up or down. I will give it up. And does it seem like external sources? What is this? Okay, it searched the web for what I asked. That's kind of new for me. That's very good start. Let's keep going and try to set up the Redux store and the provider for it in XGS. I'm going to continue in the same chat. I will tell it, look at my project. I'm using Next.js 15 app router. I want to add Redux to it without breaking the logic. And this is just a test if it's context aware of my current project structure. Can it handle adding something without breaking other stuff? And the project is already running in the 3000 portal. So hit run and wait for it. It seems like it can write code if you click on this button, opening a file, it will create a file for the code that it give you. But to be honest, after I have read what it did give me, I don't like it at all. Because first of all, store.js shouldn't be inside the app directory. It should be inside the Redux directory. Second, then it started to create some sort of logic to test the Redux, and then a provider using React Redux connected to Next.js, and then use it in the front end. And I have to be clear, it seems like it's using the same resources that it started in the beginning. So I'm gonna start from scratch and give it more details. Right now, I'm gonna try to create the store.js by myself. I already provided the file and where it is, and you can tag any file or folder in a normal way by hitting the tag sign and writing the name of whatever what you want. For example, I wanna get to the Redux provider, which inside my Redux folder, which is correct. But I feel like the style of showing where is the file exactly is slightly ugly. The code that have been returned is not that great also. I am not sure why it's definitely not using the Gemini Pro version, but it's using the Flash because it's fast, but that doesn't mean it's good. And I did give it some modification. The storage should have the Redux and middleware and put the counter slice inside the slice folder. And let's see if it can modify this code or not. For the slice, it seemed like it understand it. Yes, I need to put it over here. When I click this button and I give it the save option, which is Control S, it will tell you where to save it, which is weird. But if you deleted this one, save, and for example, add the code to the current file that you open, which I don't have, insert in a current file, which I don't have also, or copy everything from this code to copy the entire code and paste it yourself, which like none of them is good except this one. I have to create the file myself first. If when I accept, I have to click this. The shortcut for accepting is Alt and A, and right now it's saved, but it seems like it's giving me an error. This is the result after 5 minutes working with it. And to be clear, this UI is extremely basic. Let's try and improve it. Actually, let's try to improve the entire page and see if it have the ability to do that or not. Okay, I found, I think, a bug or something weird with it. I have this file called counter.gsx. It's a component that have the UI element. So I tried to add it by typing its name, but it seemed like it doesn't see it. And I noticed also I can't control anything in this assistant. Like the only thing that here it told me that the privacy policy in the setting and use in the Google it used my data to develop and improve the current machine learning models that they have. But I can't switch model. I can't give it system prompt. Why? Because it keep insisting on using TypeScript and I have to tell it stop using it. And this is pretty annoying. And so far, the experience with this coding assistant is really not that good at all. What I noticed that when you highlight any single line of code, you will get this option, like explain this, generate unit test. I'm gonna try my luck by asking it to improve it, especially the UI for this component. I will hit run and I will see what will happen. It seems like it's understand this, the code that I want to work with without adding the file itself. And it did give me different kind of style of code. To accept it, I can click this or hit Alt A and hit save. Let's go back to the UI and see it. Okay, the UI is not that bad, but yeah, still not that good also. I mean, like it's using Tailwind. I want to give it modern color. Hey, that's getting worse. Right now, the model is sending me the wrong edit for the file. It's deleting stuff that's already have been created and I need it, like the imports and the variables. And this is bad. Like right now, I have to modify it myself. What I need, like this one. I need to keep this one, but delete this one, which is
Disappointed!
annoying. Okay, I'm disappointed already. Like the UI didn't change. Like nothing changed. This coding assistant so far is shouldn't be linked to Google at all because it's really bad. Like so far for me, it's not that good at all. And somehow they have like more than a quarter of a million downloads. No wonder they have 2.5 stars. It's really not that good in terms of a coding assistant so far. Before we end it, let's test it one more time in the back end. Some of the models that we have right now are really bad at UI, except the Sonnet and maybe GPT-4o, and the rest of them actually is not that quite good. Maybe the Gemini 2, one of them. So I'm gonna test it in the back end. I'm gonna tell it look at my Prisma schema to understand the database and create logic for OS for the user inside this OS controller.js and use the GWT for token and let's see if it can actually do something good. Okay, it did give me some code and I can see this code is already extremely bad. First, the imports is using const require. I don't need to use const require in the setup that I already have. It doesn't work correctly with me. Second, look at this code. First, I started using classes. I don't use classes, but maybe some of you do. I will not disagree with you, but usually the normal way right now for Express is using export async functions for everything. Everything is function. But notice the logic. Notice the logic of the model itself. It's extremely ugly. No validation whatsoever. It's if you send it email, username, password, and full name, it will not do validation for the email if it's existing or not. It just do hashing for the password and store everything there. It doesn't even check if the password exists or not. But whatever. And then they give me a token in GWT. All right, that's what I needed. And it then send user register successfully and it send the token. All right, but the error handling is not that bad. I will admit this. It's relying on the database returning error for the email if it's already existing. It will not be fair to even compare it to the DeepSeek version 3 or even the Sonos 3.5. And that's me being nice. This is one of the worst coding assistant that I have seen so far. I mean, like, I should have been working on other videos today instead of this one. But my honest opinion about this coding assistant, stay away from it. Yeah, I know it's free, but there is a lot of other free stuff that is better than this one. Like, for example, Augment. Augment is amazing compared to this one. And also, we have Try, the IDE is also free. It's better than this one. And you can use the Gemini model actually, which for me was performing much better than whatever what they're using in this Gemini Code Asset. And no, this coding assistant can't kill a bug, either kill Cursor or Windsurf or even GitHub Copilot, which I don't recommend using it. Also, you can keep continue using whatever current setup that you have, either raw code or Klein or Cursor. This coding assistant can't even compete with the free stuff like the Try IDE or the Augment Code, which is you already both of them taking your code. If someone was gonna take my code and use it, they better give me high quality model to use. And that's what already Augment Code do and Try IDE. But I really recommend stick with whatever setup that you have right now. For my coming two videos, I will be working on the new model from Qwen, the QWQ. I will be making a slightly longer video talking about the cloud code and how we can master it. Because it's a really good terminal assistant for your coding. So that's it for now and see you in the coming video.